Wisconsin! Last summer, we sailed over 600 miles. But before we did any of that, we decided to take our mast down for the first time. Taking the mast down meant we could finally see what the years of wear and tear had been done, and we could easily replace anything. We won't be taking the mast down again anytime soon, so we wanted to make sure everything gets done and narrowed it down to 8 projects.
Boat projects. Nobody loves them, but we all gotta do them. That's what we're gonna do here today. We're starting on our mast. We're in the barn where Slow Ride 25 used to reside in the wintertime, but we got our mast here. We're gonna be planning on upgrading pretty much everything on the mast. We're looking at new sheaves at the top, halyards. We're gonna add a couple halyards. We're gonna have prepped for a spinnaker, new boots on the spreaders, LED lights, new wiring. We pretty much got it all here, I hope. So, a couple orders of Catalina Direct, Amazon. We're just gonna get busy here and start working on it.
Last year, we noticed when we were on anchor that our mast light didn't work every single time. And since the boat is over 35 years, we decided to rewire the mast. We used the existing wiring to run the new wire harness through the conduit. We did this by taping the old wires to the new wires. Simple enough, right? Well, the mast light did need a bit of coaxing, but overall replacing the wires went pretty smoothly. After the wiring was all in place, Mark added dielectric grease to protect the electrical connections and then wrapped them with tubing.
Now, to heat gun, these should shrink when I heat them, and then we'll put the sleeves over and heat those over the top.
Then he added Tef gel to the light fixture screws to prevent any corrosion between unequal materials. He did the same thing for both the mast light and the anchor light.
Hey, look at that. It broke a little, but it came apart.
When we were inspecting the anchor light, we did notice that there was a little bit of corrosion. That was most likely the cause of it not always working. But we had already decided a while back that we would replace all of our lights with LEDs. So this project was a must.
Oh.
We took a quick break from rewiring to take the spreader boots off. During the summer, we noticed that they seemed a bit worn, and since the mast was down, we decided to replace them.
That has a few years on it. Right? But you know, if you look, that's the way it's supposed to be. These are actually probably the wrong ones for the spreader. That's why they're so gaping like that when they're on. You know? That's just not the right one, so I doubt, well, we'll see. Hopefully the ones we got are a little wider, but if not, at least we know. Obviously, you know, we put new lights on the mast, and we have to put a new plug on the boat, and I just want to make sure I know what wire goes where. So what I'm doing is I got our old wire from the mast here, and I wired it to the battery in my truck. And then, now, I'm gonna see, one, make sure the lights work. I know where the ground is. Here's the ground. So that's you know, that's where your black wire goes. That's a constant. And then these are all the different lights. So now we just gotta see which is associated with which, see which one lights up. So let's see if they work.
Oh,
that's our deck light.
Oh, that's really bright.
It's this next one now.
So,
what's lit up now? Mast light. That looks kind of dim.
Here, let me go check it out. Mast light. While I was cleaning the spreader and replacing the boots, Mark finished replacing the anchor light, and we tested both lights to make sure they worked. Mark made notes of which prong connected to which light to make it easier when we plugged it back into the boat.
Yeah, so we're replacing the sheaves. This is the one we saw that was bad. And then we're like, well, wonder why there isn't another sheave on the other side of this little divider in here for the extra halyard or whatever. Because the rope or the halyard was actually looks like rubbing on the pin. Well, so when I looked inside,
Here.
There it is. Lori's got it, and here's like a chunk of it too.
Oh my gosh!
So I don't think they replaced the sheaves in a long time on this.
We actually had somebody go up the mast this summer to look, and he said that they were fine. I'm surprised he said that.
We should just get maybe a definition of what he thinks fine is.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
So. Where I need to get a screwdriver to hold it up.
Last year we noticed that it was really hard to pull our halyards. We suspected it was the sheaves, and we were right. They were completely disintegrated. We previously replaced the sheaves on our Catalina 25, so we already knew what kind we wanted, and we knew that this would be a pretty easy project. We decided to go with sheaves with ball bearings in them in hopes that they would last a long time. It's working.
So we get new ones. Now do the top one like that.
We need to add a forward halyard to help taking our dinghy on and off the boat. So we figured while the mast was down, we'd also add a spinnaker crane and block so we could try flying a spinnaker. We found a spinnaker crane from Catalina Direct that fit the pre-existing holes in the masthead perfectly, and then we added a single block.
So we're working and the power went out. Thought we tripped a breaker. And we went up to the house to see, and actually the whole power went out in the neighborhood. So we got all this ice in the trees, been raining and freezing, and apparently there's no power like going all the way up to like Townsend, which is quite a ways north of here. So I guess we'll quit for the day.
Quitting for the day.
We're replacing 2 halyards, and we're going to be adding 2 halyards. Now our halyards all run inside the mast, so we're going to try something here. We got this string, and I'm going to tie a nut to it. It's a steel nut, and we got a magnet. So I'm hoping we can tie the nut onto the string, start from the top where the sheaves are, and we'll run it down with the magnet running along the mast until we get to the little ports on the side where we have to get them out of the side of the mast, and hopefully we can find a way to fish that out. Even if I can't get the nut through that hole, I'm kind of hoping we can reach in there with a little tool and just kind of pull the string out, and then we'll take care of things, and we'll just run the halyard up once we tie it to the messenger line. So we'll see what happens.
We personally feel that redundancy on a sailboat is key to our safety. We really liked having 2 spare halyards on our Catalina 25, but this boat has just 2 halyards. We don't have a spare.
Okay, I can see it. There, look at that. Pull this out. There. Now, we'll have to stitch a line onto this, or tie this up, stitch it on or something, so we can pull it through and then bring her back over the top.
Replacing the existing lines were easy enough. We just spliced the ends together added a bit of electrical tape, and fed the new lines through. With most of the mast updates done, it was time to brave the cold and head back to the boat. Last year, in the middle of our sailing season, our fridge pump broke.
It shoved the inside sleeve that got in there down. Let's try getting this one in first, maybe.
Not a huge deal, but we had to manually bail it after every cruise. Since we do use the fridge a lot while we're cruising, this was kind of a must.
I feel like we're gonna tip over.
I do too. Today it's a beautiful, beautiful day. So I'm out here, I'm gonna attempt to take our name off of the boat. We just really haven't decided what we wanted it to look like. So I'm just gonna start by taking the old name off, and hopefully we will be able to come to an agreement of what we want the name to look like. Well, it's time for a break. Then we'll finish up. I have never wet sanded before. There's like a ghosting of it. I started with 1500 and then I was gonna go to 2000, but I needed to be a little bit more aggressive. So I went down to 1000 and then went up to 1500. That seems to be the sweet spot. So Mark is fixing us up a pizza, and then we're planning on just painting the bottom.
Perfect. I've prepared the pizza. Well, we're back at the boatyard. Today I'm going to focus on the bottom of the boat. We're going to give it a quick sand and then hit it with some VC17 bottom paint. This is the first time we've painted the boat since we've had it, but you can see it definitely is, it's time. We've got to get her done. So like I said, a quick sand, a little VC17, it'll look brand new.
Next time, we put the boat in, but without the mast. We'll talk more about that next time. Hope to see you out there.